XRP news today. Ripple stops SEC from accessing its legal concerns about XRP. So US Securities and Exchange Commission thought that learning about Ripple's concerns about XRP could support its legal case. So what happened was SEC tried to access some of the documents between Ripple and its lawyers. And to be honest, that shit is not on. It's called legal client privilege. So what happened was they thought that having access to that document would help their case, and Ripple prevented them from accessing that document. That's basically the simple download of what's actually happened. So on May 7, SEC asked Judge Netburn to order Ripple to produce a record of their legal advice. Are you kidding me? Like, do you know nothing about legal client privilege? And then boom, Ripple asserts the SEC's request communications are protected by attorney-client privilege, which has not been waived. So that was the final decision. It looks like it's another small win by Ripple. So the real issue behind this case isn't really about who's right and wrong, because there is no standard to measure or to ascertain who is actually right or wrong. And that's exactly the frustration the Ripple CEO is saying. So as some call for a crypto ban, CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the lack of clarity in US regulation of digital assets compared to other developed nations is a big part of the problem. So it's not that XRP is evil or SEC is evil. It's just that SEC has no standard against which XRP could be identified as a security or a currency. So that's part of the problem, is that yes, the fight's going on, but about what? It's like you and your missus having an argument, or you having an argument with a mister, and you don't even know what you're freaking fighting about. And there's no way to call the standards. So here we have a big part of the problem with crypto regulation in US is not the cryptocurrency players, but the lack of action from the US regulators compared to global peers. So it's really saying, SEC, lift up your game or don't pick a fight with us at all. And this happened amidst a real big increase in the volume of crypto trading. So I can see why SEC has jumped in, but I feel like they jumped in a bit too early. So right now they're discussing this case needs to be thrown out on the basis of fair notice, which has nothing to do with the discussion whatsoever. It's not going to set a precedent. So really, SEC doesn't even fulfill its agenda by pursuing this case, meaning that they don't even know what they're fighting for. If they win out of this case, then there's a precedent that XRP is no longer a currency and it is a security, and therefore it can be applied to other currencies. But it doesn't even look like SEC is able to do that because there's really no standard against which XRP can be brought down. So the importance of a regulator is becoming real as we see increase in the volume. As you can see here, in the first quarter of 2021, 9.5 million customers traded crypto on Robinhood, whereas 1.7 million in the fourth quarter of 2020. That's a whopping almost 6 times rise than what it was literally 3 months ago, right? And look, all the while, XRP doesn't lose its use case. Ripple's on-demand liquidity services uses XRP as a kind of a bridge between currencies, which it allows for payment providers and banks to process cross-border transactions much faster than they would over legacy payment rails. Seems like a freaking currency to me. XRP is an open source technology, very analogous to Bitcoin, which is a currency, right? But the SEC is making an assertion that these are investment contracts. That Ripple sales of XRP to customers is actually an investment contract. And that isn't true, because if you buy XRP, that doesn't mean you own a piece of Ripple, right? That's what stocks are, but this clearly doesn't behave like one. Ironically, you have XRP owners who have tried to sue SEC for even bringing the case, and I don't freaking blame them. In the meanwhile, Ripple still beefed up its board, hiring US former treasurer Rosie Rios to the team. And they keep on doing that because, you know what, they're confident about the model that they're pushing out into the world, that XRP would become a tradable currency with a massive use case across institutions. 38 banks out of top 100 banks are either trading or is a customer to Ripple XRP. What else is happening to Ripple? You know what? It's full steam ahead, guys, for XRP. You just got to keep going. Just got to keep going. XRP is going public. Bulls are rubbing their hands in anticipation, and I'm one of those bulls. So having a look at Ripple, or CEO Brady has indicated that IPO is on his cards following the resolution of the SEC case. All right. Why are they thinking about this? Because they think that SEC case is getting a bit too tired at the moment. Plans to go public has been stifled up at this point due to the legal scuffle with the SEC, but now with the latest comments from Ripple CEO, bulls are frothing with excitement. The proposed plan comes on the heels of Coinbase listings, which saw the company reach capitalization of 100 billion. So guys, full steam ahead. I want to talk about NIIFI. Let's talk about NIIFI, baby. I'm talking about you and me. Hell yeah. All right. So NIIFI is an L2 scalability solution for Ethereum. It is looking crazy. Guys, we haven't got much time. 1 day and 16 hours, 57 minutes to the launch IDX. Some of you could have entered before the launch, but if you weren't able to do it, just keep an eye on this clock and look out for ways that you can actually get into this game. What is this thing all about? Okay, you download the light paper, boom, this is the light paper that we have right now. Who is it run by? This is imported by co-founding manager partner Dharma Capital, Mr. Andrew Keys. Who the hell is that guy? Well, Andrew Keys behind NIIFI. Here, co-founder and managing partner of Dharma Capital and former head of global business development of Consensus. I've helped bring Ethereum to market. He brought Ethereum to market, right? IPFS Filecoin to market and Definity to market. And now I'm laser focused on the best Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution, NAMI, and its flagship DeFi use case, NIIFI. Right? So it's really interesting to know that this guy actually chose NIIFI above Matic, which you and I both know has been kicking ass. Let's go. Dharma Capital bets $3 million on scalable DeFi exchange with settlement finality. NAMI, not Polygon, is where NAMI is NIIFI, okay? NAMI, not Polygon, is where Dharma is placing its bet on layer 2 scaling solution. NAMI is backed by Dharma Capital. Announced Tuesday, Dharma is leading a 3 million seed round in NIIFI, a decentralized token exchange being built on NAMI. Guys, decentralized exchange, DeFi, these are huge spaces. And you know what? Some of the functionality, some of the key features of NIIFI lead me to believe that it's actually more superior than Matic. So if you thought Matic was a killer game, then NIIFI is the space to watch. NAMI is where Dharma is placing its layer 2 solution. We are scaling solution, guys. Scaling solution is the key word of this crypto cycle. We are concerned with commercial viability, and one of the most important considerations when employing blockchain is finality. NIIFI uses NAMI's scaling capabilities to build a commercially viable DEX with instant immediate finality, and we think that will be a huge differentiating point. And I think so too. Ethereum scaling solutions that run tangentially to the main Ethereum chain are a hot property right now. This right here should be the motto of the current crypto cycle right now. Scalability, Ethereum, that's the direction that we're taking. With the likes of Polygon making a splash and optimism, other popular options soon to go live in full. And guess what? NIIFI is top, hot on the list right now. So what is this finality thing? Like, why is this such a freaking big deal? Okay, generally speaking, blockchains achieve what's known as probabilistic finality. It takes a period of time for Bitcoin transaction to settle in blockchain. We're gonna see how long it takes in a minute, okay? We've basically built a system for the ground up with our own IP. NIIFI has its own IP, Matic does not. So which is actually currently patent pending, said the NAMI developer. So guys, NIIFI is definitely one of the more promising coins at the moment. Let's go to the next one. Zilliqa. I'm very bullish on Zilliqa, and I think we are in for an absolute snack if you were to average into current lows at the moment. Zilliqa price forecast. Zilliqa has to pause before launching 120% rally. Why? Here is some of the things that I think will add the cream on top of Zilliqa is the XCAD network, which is a Zilliqa powered global platform harnessing power and value of content creators and audiences with the aid of tokenization and NFT technology, using all the buzzwords, but the use case is there. Who do we have behind XCAD is our very own Mr. Beast and KSI, who invested in XCAD network. It is a social media influencer economy for content creators and their fans. Is pleased to announce that it has secured Mr. Beast and KSI investors. Major YouTubers and influencers backing the XCAD network. The next generation for content creators will be able to monetize their content and create non-fungible tokens. But the creators are not the only ones that are being benefited. You will see what I mean. XCAD network sees KSI and Mr. Beast's involvement as a huge endorsement of the project's ambition to drive real adoption of cryptocurrency and tokenization. Speak about hype as well as use case. XCAD could not beat it any better. NFT marketplace that'll produce one-click creation of NFTs by content creators. It's gonna be hot for us content creators. But here is where the kicker comes in. XCAD network will have a plugin for YouTube allowing content creators to tokenize themselves and earn rewards from their content, while also enabling viewers, you guys, power back to you guys, to earn rewards from watching videos and engaging with the content. Bringing power back to the people right there. Zilliqa is a $2 billion market cap project, which has recently been cited by Forbes as a leading blockchain platform that is helping drive the creator economy. So overall, Zilliqa is looking great. If you can't get on the early strongholder of XCAD, that's okay. You can invest into that a little bit later. That's fine. You know, not all of us have that privilege, but Zilliqa is definitely the guy that backs it up. So why don't you invest into the actual general platform, much like you would invest into Ethereum, or for, you know, developments like Polygon and Arbitrum and Uniswap and all those things. Moving forward on some Bitcoin news, Bitcoin mining gets 60% easier as Chinese miners anticipate crackdown. As Chinese government prepares to crack down on Bitcoin mining, the mining difficulty suffers its greatest decrease this year. So a Chinese government crackdown on Bitcoin mining has scared off a bunch of miners, and the difficulty fell by 16%. All right, and it's largely to do with the fact that more than 75%, and I learned that literally today, of the miners that validate Bitcoin are based in China. So there you have it, guys. So that's what's happened to Bitcoin. And because of that, today's adjustment also increased the average time it takes to produce a block to 11 minutes and 55 seconds, almost 4 minutes longer than May 13, when blockchain production averaged 8 minutes and 14 seconds. So obviously these impacts are rippling out, but you know what? I wouldn't really worry about China so much. I mean, how often can they ban cryptocurrency? They've banned it so many times. So I don't even get phased, to be quite honest. Okay, so for miners, looks like there's a bunch of miners that went out. So it may mean that for those of you who are miners not in China, you might be able to get in. Anyway, let's go further into Bitcoin. Bitcoin price indicators suggest that Bitcoin has not bottomed out yet. I completely agree. And I think we need to test for lower prices in Bitcoin. Traders have been trying to time a much anticipated trend reversal ever since Bitcoin initiated its 48% correction to $30,000 on May 12th. But we're not there yet. We're still sitting, I think, comfortably on around about 35K at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. All right. And we had a pretty quiet Sunday. We are trying to crack above that $45,000 mark, but we're still wanting to retest the $30,000 bottom, which we want as before we can bounce back up. Some people are anticipating $20,000, but you know what? We still got to take into effect the roles of whales. So at the moment, none of us can tell the future. I can't tell the future. You can't tell the future. Other YouTubers can't tell the future. But the best thing you can do right now as a trader is have the long term in mind, guys. Like, you can't get rich quick with cryptocurrency. I know you've seen a lot of people who got rich quick with cryptocurrency, but unfortunately, you're gonna have to keep the long term in mind, and the long term is very bright for cryptocurrency in general. If you want to invest into Bitcoin, you can. A lot of the institutionals are doing it, but for you to maximize your gains, and you can do something different entirely altogether. But what I have done is look at those alternative coins that are slightly lower in market cap, that are still gonna exist in 4 to 5 years time, and I've just been diversifying my positions into those, understanding that when Bitcoin bounces a little bit, these guys are gonna probably bounce a lot harder, and I really focus on their use cases so they can actually stick around in my portfolio in 4 to 5 years time. Moving forward, the top 5 cryptocurrencies that you need to watch out for this week is Bitcoin, Matic, EOS, XMR, and AAVE. AAVE, I can't even pronounce it. That is if Bitcoin price can sustain within the $30,000 to $33,000 support zone. I hope it'll get down to that level. And at that down level, you won't be looking at 5 cryptocurrencies. You could probably look at anything. And there's probably a really good game waiting for you there as well. But there is this one cryptocurrency that I want to introduce to you, and that's AAVE, okay? So what the hell is AAVE? Inside the DeFi lending protocol. So we understand DeFi is a big deal, okay? What even is DeFi? It's decentralized finance. Well, then what is finance, okay? Finance is basically what you and I call banks, right? Any kind of services that banks offer, that's called financial services, right? I'm talking lending, I'm talking deposits, I'm talking interest, right? I'm talking term deposits, right? All of those things are part of financial services. When you say decentralized finances, we're talking about those kind of similar services that are offered in a non-centralized manner, right? So cryptocurrency lending, cryptocurrency exchanges, when you transfer money, that's what we're looking at with AAVE. But AAVE specializes in lending protocol, and this article here goes through in detail how lending works with AAVE and why it is specialized in that area. So it's really, really detailed, and really detailed, so pay attention. I'm just going to go through it right now. AAVE is a decentralized lending protocol that lets users to lend and borrow cryptocurrency without going to centralized intermediary. Yay. Users deposit digital assets into liquidity pools, which become funds that protocols can lend out, which is how it works. AAVE is built atop the Ethereum network. So if AAVE does well, guess what? Ethereum's going to do well. And Ethereum has about 1 million projects that are going on like this. Millions an exaggeration and a figure of speech, but you know the ones that I normally talk about, like Polygon Matic, like Uniswap, like AAVE. So keep an eye on my channel. That's how you're going to be filled in with the Ethereum updates. Traditionally, to get a loan, you need to go into the bank or other financial institution with lots of liquid cash. The bank will then ask for collateral. In case of a car loan, you would be the car itself. In case of a property, it would be the property itself. In exchange for the loan, you then pay the principal to the bank every month plus interest. Simple. But DeFi is a little bit different. In practice, that you can get a car loan in cryptocurrency. Now, this means that you can get the same loan in cryptocurrency from people instead of financial institutions. However, you still need to put up a collateral. And in the DeFi system, that tends to be fiat free, as in like your regular dollars, right? That means other cryptocurrency tokens. So for a $500 crypto loan on AAVE, you need to put up a more than that amount in a different cryptocurrency. Okay, AAVE currently has pools of over 20 Ethereum-based assets, including stablecoins, Tether, DAI, USD Coin, the Gemini dollar. Other tokens include Chainlink, Basic Attention Token, and Uniswap. So you got to offer up these other coins for it to act as a collateral for your loan on AAVE. So why would you want to borrow cryptocurrency anyway? Most of it, right? It's obviously for a practical circumstance and it's for arbitrage. So there are different rates on different exchanges at the moment. There are so many exchanges at the moment, and not all of those exchanges display the same price. That means you can buy something at a lower price and sell that same coin in a different exchange at a higher price. And that is a very, very small margin because the market sort of balances out over time. But for you to do that and make a decent amount of profit, you need to have a lot of cryptocurrency to turn a decent profit. So AAVE's flash loans come in. AAVE pioneered that use of flash loans. People borrow cryptocurrency without a collateral, use it to buy an asset, sell that asset, and then return the original amount in the same transaction while pocketing their profit. So how does that actually work? So going back to DeFi, in the early days of decentralized finance, if you wanted to borrow an asset, you'd have to find someone on the platform to lend it to you, right? At a price and terms that you both agreed upon. But AAVE skips the whole process of peer-to-peer lending. Instead of that, opting for the amount to pool to peer lending, right? This is how it works. And now users deposit digital assets into the liquidity pools, and then these become funds that protocol can then lend out, right? Anyone who deposits their token into a pool and thereby provides liquidity receives new A tokens. A is for AAVE, right? So if you deposit DAI, which is a stable coin, to the liquidity pool, you will then receive A DAI in return. As an A token holder, you will then get a cut of the platform's flash loans as well as an interest on those tokens. If you're depositing tokens in a pool that already has a lot of surplus liquidity, you won't earn very much. But if you're depositing tokens the protocol is in desperate need of, then you'll make a lot more in the returns. The same applies to borrowers. Interest rates vary depending on what you're borrowing, of course. All right, so what the heck is the AAVE token itself actually used for? Well, then AAVE can be used as collateral. So those who borrow AAVE can also bypass the borrowing fees and get a discount on fees if they post it as collateral itself as well. So guys, AAVE is a really exciting platform, and lending platform is really going to take off with the more exchanges coming out. And at the moment, there's different prices that are being displayed on it. More and more arbitrage opportunities are appearing on a daily basis. I will be doing a video on what arbitrage is, so pay attention to that in the upcoming videos. But guys, this is a really, really exciting field at the moment. I'm going to take a brief look at the entire market at the moment and finish off the video. So total market cap decreased down to $1.54 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still hovering quite steady at the moment, although we do expect that to change over this year. $35,000, $2,400. Nothing much has happened to the price at the moment. XRP is still trading at that very comfortable $1 moment. Over Sunday, it did dip down a bit, but in the last 24 hours, it looks like it's done pretty well as well. XRP, I do see a great potential in that. Just looking at the general price of Bitcoin, we do believe that it will probably retest that $30,000 mark. And we almost want it to, because when it does, you're just going to ease and average into other positions as well. And those 5 coins that I told you to look out for, do keep an eye out for them as well. And then boom, this is the time of this recording. Guys, I do these daily videos so that I can bring you the information, the learning that is required to make money in cryptocurrency world. My guidance to you is that just please have the long term in mind. You cannot win in this game if you want just overnight gains. This is not a casino, guys, and you need to be informed. And for you to do it, investing 10 minutes a day watching my stuff on this channel is going to be something that I genuinely believe will change your life. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you go like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Go check out my TikTok, my other social pipes. Make sure you go there to show some love, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Peace out.